Okay, so we're looking at the first cage here. All right, we have the E cage. So we got our F here. F is the root. It's very important to remember in this entire discussion that F is the root of this diagram. Now, if F wasn't the root, then it would change the color patterns, because my color patterns make F white. F's the only white note in my new patterns. The other patterns are, oh, sorry. The other patterns are, was there a little keyboard? Oh, I thought there was a little keyboard over my head. I guess there wasn't. I guess there wasn't. That was something else. But these are the color patterns. It'd be like the fretboard conveyor belt kind of thing. Let's not get into the other keys now. Let's just look at this and realize. I'll tell you one thing. These colors, just imagine, they are not going to change. These note names, the letter names of these notes, E, A, D, G, B, E, that is not going to change. So once you label the open frets, all these are not going to change either. So they're going to remain the same. So the only thing that's going to change is the numbers and these pentatonic box outlines. Remember, these are outlines. So C outlines 3 to 5, E outlines 7 to 2, D shares space between the two of them. All right, this particular D box should actually be fixed. It's not going over far enough. That's a no-no. Okay, it should actually be starting way over here and going up to that R there. It includes the 3 and the 7, so that's my bad there. Then we'd have to fix this sign. Low E is the 7th. Low is the 7th. All right, so that is what's going on there. In the D box, like I say, it would extend. So let's look at the other D box. We should have another one up here. You see how it starts on the 3/7 there and extends all the way up to the D-shaped root there. Okay. All right. So here we go. We have an F fretboard here. There are patterns that can be played to play the F scale. If you want to play a D-shaped F scale, here's D root, and it's going to end up on this D up here. But what that really is an S2L warped with a top warped string. So it's a 3/5/6 root box, and the 6th string is warped over, and that makes the D shape. All right, the next string goes back to regular tuning. So here we got a 5 goes to a 7, a G going to well, okay, in that was in the key of C. The 5 going to the 7 is a C going to the F, right? C going to the E rather. That's 5 going to 7. See, I know the colors by heart, so it's a C going to the E. We want a 4th there because this string is warped up, so you got to go over one. That gives you your D shape right there. So if we wanted to play what I call the S3Ls, which is really just a Dorian scale, we'd go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2. It's a Dorian scale. It's in the key of F, so it would start on F second, which would be the G minor, and we'd go hitting a dominant 7th there. Dorian has a dominant 7th. Okay, all of the minors have a dominant 7th, including the fifth has a dominant seventh, and the only other, and even the half diminished has a dominant seventh. Everything has a dominant seventh. That means that the seventh is one whole step below the modal relative root. Now here the modal relative root is 2. So the seventh of that 2 in that scale is a dominant whole step below, which would be the root. So F, which is the key, is the dominant seventh of G minor. F is the dominant seventh of G minor. Okay, that's how that works. So the only ones that have a leading tone, major seventh we call it, is, stop that please, she's being annoying, is the root and the fourth. So the fourth would be C. Okay, oh no, the fourth is B flat here. So there's your 3/4. There's your leading tone to the Lydian fourth there, and the key of F, the leading tone, is the seventh. All right, so in the E box here, okay, which is from the seventh to the 2, because it's an E pentatonic scale box. So we've got root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2. Now, what we have here is essentially this 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2 is a pentatonic scale that is bound by a Dorian scale. So let's look at that. Here's a Dorian scale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. That's our S3L, stack of 3 long, but it actually is a Dorian scale. Just this part here, okay, is a pentatonic, it's a Dorian bound pentatonic scale. 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2. It's contained by the Dorian scale, but it's a Ionian pentatonic scale, starting on the 2. So it's bound by the Dorian. That's all that is. So that 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2 is up here, okay. 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2. They're warped over by that top string, the middle and the top string of that pattern. All right, but the pattern's the same. Itchy head. The pattern's the same on the unwarped strings, which is on the bottom 4 strings: the E string, the A string, the D string, and the G string. So that's how we could build that particular scale if we wanted to. However, we usually used to maybe want to play some chords. So what are we looking at in the first box here? The chords we were looking at before was an E-shaped F. So it's 5, root 3 right there. C, F, and A is an E-shaped F, second inversion there. And then the second one is a G minor shaped G minor. So we're going to go 2, 4, and 6, right? 2, 4, 6 right there, G minor. So here's your big G shape, right? And then your G minor is 2, 4, 6 right there. And A minor is the third. It's going to be an A minor shaped A minor. It's easy, 7, 3, 5. But remember, the seventh of F is E, the third of F is A, and the fifth of F is C. So you have to pay attention to which particular notes you're playing there, you know, because now we're in the key of F. All right, we're not playing the same exact way that we would play the C box if we were in another key.